Hello and welcome to WesteroSCraft Walks. My name is Chris the Archer, and today we will be exploring the Nightfort. So, as you can see behind me, the bridge has collapsed, so we're going to go down here and make our way up to the Nightfort. So the Nightfort was the oldest castle built on the wall, located east of the castle Icemark, as you can see on the map on screen. It is the site of several events and legends within the lore of A Song of Ice and Fire. After standing for thousands of years, the Nightfort fell into a state of disrepair by the time Queen Alysanne Targaryen visited the wall in 58 AC. She convinced the Lord Commander, Lothar Burleigh, to abandon the Nightfort and build a smaller castle further east called Deep Lake, which she paid for with her own jewels. Before the construction on Deep Lake was completed, the last of the Nightfort garrison moved to the castle, leaving the Nightfort abandoned. I want to avoid spoilers, but there is one event in the main series that will become important as I explore the Nightfort. A POV character arrives at the Nightfort looking to go north of the wall, and with the help of another major character, uses the Black Gate to pass underneath the wall. That's all I'll say about the Nightfort. There are some more things that happen in later books, but I don't want to spoil it. I think you should go and read those books and see what happens at the Nightfort. So, this first, I'm just gonna go over here, and I believe this first building is the kennels. It has this walkway over this little pit where they would keep the hounds. So if we go down here, this is where the hounds sleep, and they have this door over here to go outside for some sunlight. Let's go back up. This next building has a tree growing through it, and I believe this... there's a glass roof. Let's go check that out. So I believe this is where they would have grown some extra food. So the Night's Watch has some land south of the wall called the Gift, where they grow crops to supply the sustain the watch. But I think that building, it's very similar to the Glass Gardens in Winterfell, and that is where they grew some extra food during the winter. The building that I just looked at was the kitchens, and we'll be exploring that later. Just take a look at these. This is where they stored a lot of the supplies that they would receive at the Nightfort. Some of it has been left behind. If we go down here, this is one of the many entrances to the Catacombs. I'm not going to explore the Catacombs just yet because I am going to save that for later in the video. Let's just pass through this building with a collapsed roof. We're going to make a right here and go across the bridge that will take us to the main keep. It looks like there's a gap ahead, so I think I'm going to have to jump. Yep, there we go. So let's continue on this path. We have this watchtower over here, and on the left we have a lower yard. We'll be going down there next. If we keep on look on the right, this is what's left of the Great Hall. So up ahead, we'll make a left here and descend down into the yard. The Night's Watch is divided into three orders: the Order of the Stewards, the Order of the Rangers, and the Order of the Builders. So this area is where many of the carpenters, blacksmiths, rope makers, wheelwrights, coopers, tanners, a lot of the people who would be making different materials in order to fix the wall and maintain the Night's Watch. So a lot of these buildings are abandoned. Here we have a tree growing through the roof. So I'm just going to walk through them. I wonder what some of these buildings used to be, because it's not like I don't see anything that could have told us what could have been in these buildings. Either they're covered in snow, or they've collapsed to the point where I can't even recognize them. I really like this use of different colored wood. So here you can see like the white wood on the outside makes it look like there's frost that has formed on some of the roofs. This building over here, I believe, is the bathhouse. You can see with the furnaces on the left. And if we take a look here, like this would have been the pool where they would have bathed. So something that I thought about when researching this place was, how did baths work in Westeros? And what I found is that bathhouses were a place of socializing. So I imagine this is where they would have socialized while taking a bath in this bathhouse. I want to see what's upstairs. I didn't see any stairs, so we're just gonna go and go through. Maybe there's a hole in the roof. Ah, here's one. So this top floor seems to be abandoned, but there's holes and you can see the pool at the bottom. Let's go down here. Just have another room. And we have some tubs up here. I wonder why they would keep some tubs above the bathhouse. Now, let's go down. I want to make our way over to that other large building. This way is blocked. I think we're going to have to jump down. So, let me just... there we go. Yeah, so let's make our way over to that large building over there before the sun sets. I want to explore that building before we go into the catacombs, where I will try to go through the maze below and talk about some of the scary stories that the Nightfort is known for. Let's go in this building. This seems to be the forge. There's an anvil and the furnaces. Here they would have made all the weapons and armor needed to arm the watch. You have another one of those entrances over here, and one that goes down deeper over here. There's a little courtyard here. We'll go through it. We have another building with a furnace. Maybe this is where they made horseshoes and chains. If we go up here, let's go to the second floor. There's not a lot of stuff that remains, so we can't really say what went up, what was done up here. Of course, the roofs collapsed over there. I believe this should be a bell tower. Yeah, this should have been the bell tower. 3 bells would have hung on these ropes. So let's just go take a look at the sunset. Tomorrow, I would like to take a look at the living quarters, which is those buildings over there, and at the Lord Commander's tower for that day. But since the sun has gone down, let's go down into the catacombs, and I'll tell you some of the scary ghost stories that have happened at the Nightfort. I think I want to go down to the one that goes deeper into the catacombs, just to set the mood. So these catacombs are actually the oldest part of the Nightfort. The structure above might not have even been the original Nightfort, since it has been speculated that the Nightfort was rebuilt over the years and that these tunnels are all that remain. Of course, I will say that going through these, while preparing for the video, this has a lot of secrets that I encourage you to go find. Just /warp Nightfort. So where should I start? Should I tell you about the story of Simeon Star Eyes, the blind knight with sapphires for eyes who saw hellhounds fighting while visiting the wall? Or King Sherrod, who called down a curse upon the Andals? Of the tragic song of brave Dany Flint, a young girl from House Flint who dressed as a boy to join the Night's Watch, and whose ghost still roams the halls? And Arson Ice Axe, a wildling who tried to dig a tunnel under the wall before rangers from the Nightfort buried him inside. Legend says you can still hear him digging through the ice if you press your ear against the wall. Still not scared? Then what about Mad Axe, the Black Brother who took off his boots and prowled the halls of the Nightfort at night, doing not-so-nice things to his brothers of the Watch? Or of the Thing that came in the night, where several apprentice boys saw something in the dark? When they told the Lord Commander, each of their descriptions were different. Within a year, 4 of them met tragic fates. And 100 years later, it returned with the apprentice boys shambling behind it in chains. Then there's the story of the 79 Sentinels, where 79 men abandoned the Night's Watch and became outlaws. One of them was the youngest son of Lord Riswell, who thought they would be safe in the Rills. But upon their arrival, Lord Riswell arrested them and sent them back to the wall. 79 holes were dug along the wall, which each man placed inside a hole with a spear and horn before being buried alive. And years later, a dying Lord Riswell took the black to stand beside his son that he condemned to death. And by far, one of the most infamous stories, the story of the Rat Cook. He was a cook at the Nightfort who was slighted by an Andal prince. So he turned him into a pie and served it to his father, who was speculated to be either Tywell Lannister II or Oswell Arryn I. For this deed, the gods cursed him. They were angry, not for the murder, but for the breaking of the sacred laws of guest rights. They turned him into a rat who could only eat his own young. There is one more story that I will tell about the Nightfort, but I am going to save it when we explore the Lord Commander's tower. So, these tunnels connect all the buildings together. So if we go down here, we'll end up underneath the main gatehouse. So this is the block tunnel that I tried to explore at the beginning of the video, and if we go up here, we'll end up at the gate. So let's go back down and explore the tunnels even more. Let's dive deeper and see what secrets these tunnels hold. Oh, we have a... Oh, this doesn't look ominous at all. Let's just keep going. So, as I was saying, these tunnels, they connect the buildings together. I believe this is what they would have used to travel in between the different buildings within the Nightfort, especially when winter comes and it's too cold to be outside. This, I imagine, is slightly more comfortable than going out into a blizzard. Oh, here we have a nice rack for some storage. I don't really know where I'm going within these catacombs, so we'll just see where I end up. I believe this would have been the brewery, and down here we have the barrels, as you can see. Let's go back down. Stick it right here. It's just more storage. I wonder if there are any ghosts within these tunnels. I mean, this place is already creepy enough, and there are a lot of alleged scary stories surrounding the Nightfort. It'd be really nice, if not creepy, to just run into something within these tunnels. I think I've passed this tunnel a lot more times. I kind of lost track of where I have been. Ready? That's blocked. Let's go deeper. Oh, I believe I was here before, because, yeah, that barrel was blocking an entrance. Let's go back. There is one room that I want to find down here. It's not any of the scary rooms, any of the other scary rooms that I found. It's just, I believe it would have been a vault where the Night's Watch would have kept their valuables. So this leads up to... storage? I don't know where this is in the Nightfort, so we're gonna go back down. We have a collapsed support beam down here. I think I've seen that storage room a couple times. Where is this room? I feel like I'm going in circles, so let's go back. I think if we go down here, it's more storage. And, oh, this looks like a good room. Just some more prison cells. I don't know what they would have done down here, because this isn't the main prison of the Nightfort. Let's just keep going. I think, yeah, I've been here before. Let's go back. Right. I think if we go up here, this will take us closer to where I found that room. Oh, I remember this. So if we go past here, follow this tunnel, yes, we should appear at this door, which, like I said, I believe this is where they would have kept, because even the Night Watch still needs coin to buy supplies, so I imagine this is where they would have kept all the gold that... Oh, let's try that again. This was where they would have kept all the gold. So, I believe it's day now, so let's get out of these catacombs. I think we've had enough of ghost stories for today. Now, we're closer to the wall, so let's go make our way over to the living quarters. Is there a staircase somewhere? Oh, there's one. Let's just go down here. The Nightfort is the largest castle on the wall, bigger than Castle Black, so I wonder how many men would have been garrisoned here back in the day, because these living quarters, we can't make our way up there, so the living quarters, a lot of them are large. Of course, now they're all abandoned. I don't think we can, yeah, there's really nowhere else for us to go here, so this tower's collapsed. Let's go back. Where did I... Oh, here we go. So, yeah, these rooms are large enough for... So I believe this might have been the quarters for the regular Night's Watchmen. The officers would probably have their quarters closer to the Lord Commander's tower, but you can see that these rooms over here are big, so I think these were bunk rooms where maybe 5, 6, 8 people had bunks in just one of these rooms, and this building is huge, so I think maybe it would have housed thousands, maybe 7,000, 5,000 men back when this was fully garrisoned. Let's make our way up this tower. Yeah, we just have some of these smaller rooms. I think they were rooms for some of the officers. Here we have a nice view of the Nightfort, and I don't think we can go any higher. So let's make our way back down. I think we should start making our way over to the Gatehouse and some of the other living spaces within the Nightfort. Am I... No, this is just another room. But yeah, there's a hearth. Am I on the right floor? Because I... Oh, here's a nice bed. Maybe we can sleep here tonight. This room looks like storage. Doesn't look like there's anything else in here. Over here we have, looks like a common area. You know, there's a chandelier, a place they would have, they would just sit and talk about their day. Just more storage back here. That door takes us to the courtyard outside, but I am going to go up to go to the Gatehouse. So there, I believe that, yeah, that way goes to the Gatehouse. So let's make it right here. I think these rooms could have housed like maybe 1, 2 people. And here we are, the ruins of the old Gatehouse. So there's not much to look at, but let's try to take a look. Can't look there. Let's see what's up here. We can't get up, but there are some creepy statues over there. I don't want to know what they're for. Let's just jump down here in the snow. There we go. And let's make our way over to this mill building over here. So this is the Gatehouse. That would be the path to the lower yard over there. Let's just go. We'll go to the Great Hall over there on the right later, but let's go into this building. I can't recognize this. This is, I believe, just more storage. The Nightfort has a lot of buildings for storage, but I guess that's because they need a lot of supplies, given how many men would have been garrisoned here. Just some staircases, some of which I believe lead down into the Catacombs. So let's go up. This doesn't go all the way up. This... Yeah, there's nothing up here. Maybe that would have been a desk that has just been covered in snow. And I can't tell. Are these beds or shelves? I still don't know what could have been here. But if let's go up here and see. There's a staircase that one can access this floor over here. And can we go into this building? I don't think I can. I can't jump over, and it doesn't look like there's a door. Let's go back because I want to go to go find the rookery. What is this building? Shelves. I think this might have been a library. Like, you have the books there. This is somewhere where you can write, and there's some ink for writing. So this could have been the library. Let's make our way up. here, it's just more empty space and more shelves. So I'm sure this would have been the library. So let's keep going up. Here we have more shelves. Maybe this is where the maester would have been. If we go over here, there's a cage for one of the ravens, so I think the rookery might be one level above us, so let us see. Yes, I believe this is the rookery, although I don't know why there would be iron bars over the doors because the ravens have to get in and out. Maybe there was another window that I didn't see, but let's make our way over to the Lord Commander's tower before the sun goes down. And then I will tell you the story of the Night's King as we explore. So this is one of the entrances to the tower, and if we go through these doors, we are in a very spooky great hall. This might have been where the Lord Commander sits on their chair and gives orders down to his officers. If we go down here, it's just another entrance that goes to the gate that we didn't go up earlier. So let's make our way up. And as we explore the ruins of the tower, I'm going to tell you the story of the Night's King. The Night's King was the 13th Lord Commander of the Night's Watch. One day, he fell in love with a woman he saw from atop the wall and brought her back to the Nightfort. She was called the Corpse Queen because of her pale, cold skin and blue eyes. He loved her and married her, and afterwards declared himself king and her his queen. And using sorcery, he bound the Night's Watch to his will. For 13 years he reigned before the King of Winter, Brandon the Breaker, and the King beyond the wall, Jormund, joined forces to defeat him. And after he fell, it was discovered he had been making sacrifices to the others, and for that, all records of him were erased from history. Different people say he was a Bolton, a Magnar, an Umber, a Flint, a Nori, a Woodfoot, or even a Stark. This is a really nice view, the sun setting and the Nightfort below us. Stars are going out, so I think we should head down and find a bed for tonight. So tomorrow, I would like to see if we can go up the wall, up the steps, and maybe see what's atop, or go beyond the wall if we can. So I think I saw a bed somewhere in the tower, and that is where we'll sleep tonight. Hopefully, we don't run into any more ghosts as we finish the tour of the Nightfort. So here we are. I'm so tired. Let's just close this door, and I'll see you in the morning. Good night, everyone. It's so cold down here. Wait, I don't remember. Wait, where's my torch? Oh. This is a very creepy place. Let's try and find our way out. So this would be the prison of the Nightfort, said to hold over 500 or up to 500 men. So let's take a look. I don't want to stay any longer than we have to because this is a very creepy place. Here we have rows upon rows of cells. We seem to be at the very bottom, and if we look up, there are 3 floors to this prison. So let's try to find a set of stairs and head up. We just have more tunnels. Some of them have collapsed. Oh, some stairs. Let's go up these. Let's go down here. There's a window. So, I mean, that's a good sign. And there's a spooky table, which is not a great sign. Here's the next bridge, and there's some rubble. The one above us seems to have collapsed. Let's take a look. What could have been here? And it seems that there's just a pile of old bones, which is totally not scary in any way. Let's make our way out of here as soon as possible. I don't want to know who put that there. Oh, good. Some stairs. No, I don't want to go down there. Let's go up. This is that chamber we woke up in. Thankfully, it is the top, so we should be out of the prison any time now. Oh, I don't want to go down there. Looks like there's a skull. So this is the collapsed bridge. Let's find another way around. Wonders what's down here. Oh, this is more storage. I think this is where they would have kept supplies for the many prisoners from the Nightfort. Or for the Nightfort, I should say. Looks like there's a door, and it doesn't look like it goes anywhere. So, stairs. I need to find stairs. Oh, stairs. Let's go up. There's another room, and I believe we are now out of the prison. Thank goodness. That was very creepy. Let's try to make our way over to the wall and see if we can finish the tour so we can leave this scary place. So back through the gatehouse, and this time we will be going up the second gate. On the left, it's the entrance to the Lord's Commander's Tower. On the right, we have the Godswood. We'll explore that later. But let's go take a look at this gate. When the Nightfort was abandoned, they blocked this gate with ice and rubble to keep wildlings from crossing through it. That means we can't go through it, so let's find another way around. One of the unique things about the Nightfort is that it is the only castle along the wall where the stairs that you would climb to get to the top of the wall are carved into the wall itself, whereas all of the other castles have them the stairs are built out of wood that the builders would have made. I wonder if we can see some of the holes for the 79 sentinels from atop the wall. But it seems that we can't go any further. The ice has melted and have blocked our path here, so looks like we'll have to find another way around. Let's just go back down and make our way over to the Godswood, and then the kitchens, and then we shall go through the Black Gate and see what's beyond the wall. So I was thinking after exploring the Nightfort, I would go further east and explore some of the castles further east of the Nightfort, eventually making my way over to Eastwatch by the Sea, where I will travel to a new region of Westeros. So let me know in the comments where I should go after exploring the wall. So the Godswood is where they would have sworn their vows before this weirwood tree. It's a really beautiful place. It's a sad looking weirwood. Let's go around. and we have this very not creepy hole. I don't think I want to go down there, so let's just make our way around and go back down to the kitchens. Oh, here's a nice log to sit down and take in the beauty of the Godswood. Let's go back out of the Godswood and head back down. So yeah, you can explore more of the Nightfort by going on the server and typing /warp Nightfort, and you'll end up here, where you can explore all of the Nightfort secrets. So let's go through this courtyard, past the statue, and to the Great Hall with its one remaining wall standing. This is where they would have had their meals, and whenever they need to elect a Lord Commander, the Night's Watch would gather here and elect their new leader. Of course, back then, there would have been a lot more of them than they are now. Let's make our way over to the kitchens, as you can see, with the weird wood growing out of it. So here's the kitchens. We're just going to make a slight detour, go through here and into the brewery, where all of the vats have been knocked over. This is where they would have made beer, ale, mead for the Night's Watch to drink, and they would have stored it down here in these barrels. Now let's go back to the kitchen, where we will take a look at the well. This is just more storage. Let's take a look at that well, because the well is the entrance to the Black Gate. And if we take a look out here, you can see that greenhouse from earlier. This is where they would have made all of the food for the men of the Nightfort, but it's abandoned now. So let's take a closer look at this well, which has some steps going down, leading down to the Black Gate. So the Black Gate is made out of a glowing white weirwood. Whenever someone approaches, the face asks them to identify themselves, and if they recite part of their vow to the Night's Watch, the face's lips open wide and turn into a gate that leads beyond the wall. So it looks like someone has opened it for us. Let's go through. Now, I'd like to take the time as we walk through the tunnel to the other end of the Black Gate to talk about some of the changes happening to WesteroScraft. All of them are very exciting. So I know a lot of people have been expecting Highgarden Part 3. It's been a few years and it still hasn't come out, and trust me, I would very much like to make a video on Highgarden. It's actually my favorite castle in the realm, but I was told that Highgarden is being updated. So I'm just waiting until the builders tell me that they have finished Highgarden and I can go explore the castle of House Tyrell. But it's not only Highgarden that's being updated. Anyone who's been on the server recently might have noticed that Dragonstone, the island of Dragonstone, is a lot bigger than what it used to be. And I think they're still building the castle on the new island. Other castles like Antlers, Maidenpool, they're being updated too. Even King's Landing is being updated, and I will make new videos on any updated castles and areas as they are finished. So expect a video on those soon. So we've exited the tunnel, and here is another weirwood with a few what look like graves around it. It's a very solemn weirwood. So let's make our way up and circle back to the wall. So yeah, I will make new videos on those locations once they are finished, so you can see how much it has changed in the past few years. And I also want to revisit some locations. Some locations I might do a completely new video and give my own commentary on them. So let's just walk back through the haunted forest, and you can see the wall appearing in the distance. I want to improve as the new host, so please leave a comment on how I can improve as a host, or how I can improve WesteroScraft walks, because I have a few ideas, but I'd like to know what you would like to see. So yeah, after this video, I'm going to continue east, explore more of the Night's Watch castles, and we'll go from there. Let's just take a look at this gate. It's completely blocked again, and that brings us to the end of the video. Let me know in the comments what castles you want to see in the future. Thank you for watching. I am Chris the Archer, and I'll see you in the next video.